Tina and Nate, thank you for taking time out of your presumably busy schedule to climb a mountain just for a wedding ceremony. It may seem excessive, and it is. But that effort shows just how closely knit you all are to this new family-to-be. Alright. As many of you know, I'm not just the officiant for this ceremony. I'm also the older of Tina's younger brothers. This means that I've been a part of the bride's life for far longer than that of the groom, so my perspective is somewhat one-sided. But this wedding pilgrimage shouldn't focus on one of them more than the other. So I must, regrettably, leave out many fun details of Tina's life. I won't be telling stories about playing blind games of tag and breaking expensive glass tables. Or spilling coffee 100 feet down the road from home and subsequently driving into the ditch.
I've heard that story.
I would like to talk about countless hours spent testing each other's knowledge about where in the world one can find a particular country or capital city, or where in the yard one can find the best hiding spots. But you'll have to use your imagination, just like the kids we were. Yet those childhood activities reflect our current interests and behaviors like echoes off a wall. And for Tina, this is no exception. I'm not talking about recklessly breaking expensive furniture and accident-prone driving. I'm talking about a sense of adventure and the willingness to take on challenges such as bringing dozens of people canoeing and hiking, becoming a leader for the Cub Scouts, taking on singing and acting roles in the community. I'm talking about an active interest in knowledge of all types, from geography to science to finance. I'm talking about a strong and active imagination whose thirst cannot seem to be quenched no matter how many books she speeds through. Finding a match for her intensity and wide array of interests may seem like a daunting and difficult journey, and in some respects it was. During one such difficult time, steps Nate. At first glance, they seem like complete opposites. Tina was active, Nate was sedentary. Tina's voice was penetrating, Nate is contained. Tina's outgoing, well, Nate is terse. Now, anyone who really knows Nate has had to spend enough time around him to work their way past his outer defenses. And what do they find?
Inner defenses?
They find someone whose chosen career is literally to lead others, putting in more time than expected, but exactly what is needed to make sure the job gets done. They find someone with a passion for imagination, reading, playing, collecting. They find someone who can't say no to a discussion about science, someone who needs to take a stab at any puzzle placed in front of him. In short, they find someone active in his community, a collector of knowledge, and a source of imagination. Now, I learned these attributes slowly as I visited Tina and Nate in Minnesota. Well, one visit we'd be out practicing archery, playing frisbee. Another, we'd sit around the house discussing an ever-changing set of topics from astronomy to the chemistry of cooking to the mechanics of bows. Of all the places I've been and people I've spent time with, Tina and Nate are some of the very few who share the same passion I have for board gaming, and we play at least every time we visit. So I've come to see that Tina and Nate are the best of matches. Not because they're the same, they're not. But they're not the complete opposites either. I've never seen a more appropriate living example of yin and yang than Nate and Tina. On the surface, they seem like opposites, but beneath the surface, their interests are closely connected. They both dive into the same topic, but where one used to build a wall around himself and the other rushed headlong, possibly tripping over herself, they now balance each other and get the most out of their shared passion. All right, before you fall asleep, we'll keep this rolling. So let me introduce the mermaid of honor, Amanda, who will read her selected passage. I have it.
I love you for what you are, but I love you yet more for what you are going to be. I love you not so much for your realities as for your ideals. I pray for your desires that they may be great, rather than your satisfactions, which may be so hazardly little. A flower is one whose petals are about to fall. The most beautiful rose is one hardly more than a bud, wherein the pangs and ecstasies of desires are working for a larger and finer growth. Not always shall you be what you are now. You are going forward towards something great. I am on the way with you, and therefore I love you.
All right, now Tina and Nate will read their respective vow books and exchange rings.
They're a little bit late, aren't they?
Nate, I love you more than all the words in all the books in all the world could tell you. You are so much of what grounds this family and brings it together. I feel your love even when you don't say it, and I see it in all the actions that you take. You taught me to get to know myself and love myself fully, and I'll never forget it. As we move into a new stage of life together with our little family, I give you these promises. I promise to share all the best of what I experience, the food and the drink and the laughter and the books and the interesting things I learn every day while my scattered mind chases after new knowledge. I promise to share all the worst of what I experience, the pain and the anger, suffering, injustice, and everything that hurts me deep. And I will never hide it from you so a monster can grow in darkness between us. I promise to share with you all the mundane, the chores and the boredom, the daily routine, the tired and humdrum days that pass, and to remember and realize that the peace in our lives is found in the balance and not in the extremes of our experience. I promise to give our children roots to feel stable and secure, and wings to soar into their own independence and creativity. I promise to be ready at all times to join with you and help others who need us, without minding inconvenience or interruption, because this is how we give back to the world. I promise to care for you when you need help, even when you don't ask for it. And if you're hurting so much that you can't function, I will be by your side, even when I'm scared, and I worry that my life will be changed forever. I promise to remember that we won't be happy all the time, but that we can still be content, and that wisdom and contentment are worth a lifelong struggle to love and understand each other. I promise to mess with you, tickle you sometimes, smack you on the ass when you don't expect it, play the occasional prank, and tell you jokes that make you groan, because we already know we aren't going to get through this without a sense of humor. I'll sing when I clean house and make secret surprises for you, start new hobbies and never finish them, break all kinds of shit that you have to fix, forget that I was going to quit swearing this week, wear those ridiculous looking sheet masks on my face once a week before bed so my skin will grow and the children will cry when they see me.
That happened.
Always try to make a recipe better than it was written, kiss you when you're annoyed with me, save up for our next epic vacation, interrupt you all the time, steal the covers most of the time, put my freezing cold feet on you because I hate shoes and socks, eat too much sugar, try to get you to hike with me, act super crabby 3 days before my period, and way more than that during menopause. But I promise to be so freaking awesome that you learn to love all of that other silliness. I promise to make my very best effort to grow with you, not to grow apart, and strive to grow wiser together. I vow to trust and value your opinions and stand by your actions. I pledge to always treat you as my best friend and equal. I will ask for help when I need it and offer help to you always. Let us be friends and lovers and grow old disgracefully together. Thank you.
So she's better at this than I am. There'll be no page flipping.
We all know what to expect.
Tina, being with you showed me there's more to life. Not only did you show me, you taught me to be happy, and that I deserve to be happy as well. I knew very early on that you were the one for me, and nothing makes me happier than your husband.
about right. So, rings?
Next step.
Yeah, rings
That-
are part of
okay.
this. Vows and rings.
Okay. Usually it's something we say, but we kind of forgot about all that, so.
Me first.
All right. Let it be known that Tina and Nate do not enter into this commitment alone. Nate brings with him an amazing and vibrant 10-year-old daughter, Morgan. Well, you've already come forward, so will you stand between your father and Tina? So stand
Oh, yeah.
right there. Tina brings with her a brilliant and kind-hearted 8-year-old son. Alex, will you please come forward and stand between your mother and Nate? Over the years, the four of you have gotten to know each other, sharing meals, going on adventures, and just spending time together. You've slowly blended into a new kind of family. Today, Morgan and Alex, your support of this marriage is clear. Morgan, Tina joins this family circle as your father's wife, and as a friend that you can count on, and a woman who both loves you very much. Alex, Nate joins this family circle as your mother's husband, as a guide that you can rely on, and a man who loves both of you very much. As a way to commemorate this momentous occasion, your parent and step-parent have a gift for you. These are special necklaces with a chain made of copper, which represents love, balance, and fulfillment. Each has a raw gemstone pendant, sapphire for Morgan's birthstone and emerald for Alex's birthstone.
Yeah, Morgan's.
The stones are yet uncut because you are still young people who will grow into amazing humans. And life will carve new facets for you and make you sparkle more each year. Right? Nate, Tina, Morgan, and Alex, would you please join hands to form your family circle?
Yes.
It's got to be a circle, so you're going to have to... There you go.
There we go.
I'm going to ask all of you 3 questions, and I'd like all of you to answer each of them with, I promise. Do you promise to love, respect, and protect each other from this day forward?
I promise.
Do you promise to always try to be the best person you can be?
I promise.
Do you promise to accept the responsibility of being a family and encourage and support each other in your new life together?
I promise.
All right. You can keep
Okay.
down holding hands now. I ask that your home be a place of happiness for all who enter it, and a place where the old and the young are renewed in each other's company. A place for growing, a place for music and celebration, a place for books and art, a place for good food and happy pets. Good luck with that. A place for laughter and goofing off. And when life seems to be too much or you just had a rough day, may your home always be a place of refuge where every one of you can find the comfort of always knowing that you will be accepted and loved unconditionally. All right, now I'm supposed to dole out some kind of wisdom, so here it is. Sometimes the longer path is the more rewarding. But you don't have to take my word for it, since you're going to continue this hike for a full 2.2 miles. But if you'd rather take the shorter path, then you can just head back the way we came. All right, I now pronounce you husband and wife. And you guys know what's next. Kisses. So have that.
Okay. Thank you. It is excessive, but you know me. Does any of Nate's family want to do some pictures? Otherwise, we're done.
That's it.